I'm a believer that this team's going to win the national championships.
The rivalries, it's up there on top of the list, man. And if we allow them to devalue it, we lose a lot of what makes college football special. Don't let them do it. Don't let them devalue what it means to you. And welcome to JUCK on Bucks. Appreciate you so much for joining me. So the student appreciation scrimmage took place at the Woody on Saturday. And tomorrow or Monday morning, my buddy Dylan Davis from the Delaware Gazette and I are going to sit down, have a conversation about that scrimmage, get his thoughts on everything that went down. It looked pretty cool. We saw a lot of footage come out. I got some more footage to show you. So our buddy Lebron's Hairline, you guys might have seen his comments if you've been around here a long time. I read his comments often because he's hysterical. Well, he's also an Ohio State student, and he went to the student appreciation, shot a bunch of footage for me that he just surprised me with in my inbox. So I cut some of those plays out. We're going to watch some of his stuff. It's really good stuff. But Dylan and I are going to talk about that either Monday morning or tomorrow. And I still want to go over some of these reports. We've all seen the same reports come out. And then I talked to a couple people that were there as well. But Quincy Porter obviously becomes the first to lose his black stripe in the class of 2025. Now, if you were putting odds on this, you probably would have said Devin Sanchez, Tavian St. Clair, Riley Pettijohn, and Quincy Porter is your top four. Who's going to lose it first? Quincy wins the race, and Quincy is so good at playing bully ball with that such a long, strong body, and he uses it really good too. And some of these big guys don't really use it well. Quincy uses it like he's rebounding a basketball. He is so good at using it to box guys out and cut off angles with that body and high pointing the ball. That guy's going to be something, man. Going to be something. Freshman receiver Phillip Bell had a couple of nice grabs. That's good to see. Brandon Innes, so much more explosive with just a little bit of weight loss. He's more lean this year, and he just looks more explosive. Pound for pound, he might be the toughest guy on the team, but he caught a ball down the seam, maybe like 20 yards downfield, got just lit up by Leroy Roker, and popped right back up, fired up. We got a really good shot of that to show you. Bo Jackson. One of my predictions this year was Bo Jackson will have multiple games this season as the leading rusher on this team. Apparently, Bo certainly looked the part today, and he's standing out amongst that running back room right now. He's got it all. He's just got it all. He's got the size. He's got legit breakaway speed, and he just seems to get it done very effectively whenever he's in there. So that's always fun to hear. Dominic Kirks, defensive end in his second year, a guy that none of us have really talked much about because he was kind of, he wasn't a guy that we were in on for a long time. He had committed to Washington out of Painesville. And then at the end of the class, as it's, ending there, they get him to flip off of that Washington commit when Kalen DeBoer goes to Alabama. And it's a good thing. Got him in the class. Now he's a big defensive end. Looks like he's probably going to end up playing inside at some point in his career. But right now, playing defensive end, got a sack today on Julian Sayin, beat Ethan Anyanwa for the sack. And we've got a good video of that one. Now, the secondary was apparently amazing. And Dylan said that Aaron Scott was tremendous. We know that Jermaine Matthews had an interception. We haven't heard much about Sanchez coming out yet. I don't know. I've not heard if he, obviously he didn't do bad. Nothing. The whole secondary as a unit just was locked down all day. On the offensive line, Carson Hinsman and Josh Padilla were splitting reps with the ones, which I find mildly interesting. I said earlier on in the offseason that if Josh Padilla can be a starting caliber center, right, it would make things interesting to me because while I feel Carson Hinsman is a really good center, I think Carson Hinsman is the best guard on the team. I think Carson Hinsman is a better guard than he is a center. And what if Padilla, there can be maybe very little drop off between Hinsman and Padilla at center if Padilla can potentially be that good. And you could get Hinsman to guard. I think that would be something really interesting, something to talk about at least, right? if nothing else, it makes you even deeper than we thought we were in the middle of that offensive line. But Hinsman starting over Tegra at right guard would make me feel a whole lot more comfortable. Obviously, that would all be contingent on Padilla really, blowing up and showing that he's as good of a center as Hinsman, which, I doubt. But he was splitting reps with the ones. Something interesting of note. We'll keep an eye on it. But Tegra, of those guards, to me, the most inconsistent, and who knows, maybe he comes around this year. But our boy Jake Cook, freshman who earned his offer by camping over and over again. At one point was so frustrated, he was giving up. I was talking to him at the time, and he just wanted it so bad, and he left like after Fry invited him one more time, and he was like, I thought this was it. It didn't come. And then it came like 2 days later, and he was so ecstatic. But this guy barely gets into Ohio State by the skin of his teeth, and he's outperforming the rest of the freshman linemen as he is in the 2 deep right now and impressing everybody. Like, what a cool story for Jake. I absolutely love hearing that, as well as Peyton Pierce. Now, a whole lot of people thought that Riley Pettijohn coming in, such a unique talent, that he might be able to hop over Peyton Pierce as maybe that number 3 linebacker. Not going to be the case, man. And that's pretty clear that Peyton Pierce is the dude. And James Laurinaitis already said he's going to play a ton, but he was all over the field today, apparently. I don't have any footage of Peyton Pierce, but man, I really like him. And I love the story he told as a wrestler, that he did not lose a match his entire wrestling career until his very last match at the state championship. And it still eats at him. But I think his wrestling savvy really shows in his football play, his leverage. And he's just a natural, man. He's a natural and a much better athlete than I think most think. So really looking forward to seeing him out there. Fahim Delane had some really good plays as well at safety as a freshman. Dre Matthews, obviously, with the pick. Bryce West apparently looked really good, with some people saying they think that Bryce West might have a shot as the season goes to start stealing more and more playing time from Lorenzo Styles should he win that job. Bryce West certainly faster than Lorenzo. He's faster than anybody else in that secondary with a 10.4 100 meter, which is flying. And he's looking better and better. So that's interesting. If nothing else, more depth at a spot where we were wondering who was going to be that number 2 at nickel. I hate the idea of Jermaine Matthews there myself. A lot of people were thinking of that, but Bryce there is seemingly making sense. And from Matt Guerrieri's comments last week, sounds like he really likes it. So we'll see. But good to know that they're both playing well. Now, I'm going to get to the quarterbacks here, and I want to preface this by saying, yep, it's only spring, and it's simply a Saturday afternoon in the middle of spring, and we got another scrimmage, the spring game next Saturday, which I'll be at. I hope you'll be there. Shoot me a message. We'll hook up. I'll let you guys know where I'm going to be. And I'm going to be hooking up with my buddy Chad from the Best Damn podcast, and we're going to do a little recap outside the stadium or something. I got my little travel microphones, so that should be fun, and maybe I can interview a couple of you guys, get you in the segment with me. But the quarterbacks. So Lincoln Kienholz is not going to make this easy for us to exit spring with the attitude that I came in. And frankly, a lot of you guys did too. But I'm going to take the heat for all of us. Now, the attitude I had coming in was, we are going to exit the spring pretending that this is a quarterback competition, but all knowing it is 100% fact that Julian Sayin is going to be the starting quarterback. There's no way Lincoln Kienholz is going to catch up with Julian, because Julian already beat him out when he was a freshman. Now, sure, it's possible that Lincoln could have improved at a rate much faster than Julian and caught him, maybe even passed him, but highly doubtful. That's how I came into this. Now, I'm not too proud to admit when I'm wrong. Lincoln outperformed Julian Sayin by all counts today. Again, he did the first time as well, though I heard he was a bit of a check down Charlie round number 1 in the first scrimmage. They said he was consistent, and I'm like, okay, consistent can be consistently average as well, right? Just not making bad plays. And today at the spring what do you call it, student appreciation scrimmage. He balls down the field. Offense was clicking when he was in there. Like, he looked like the better guy by all accounts. And it's starting to get to the point with Julian where, like, I've always believed in Julian, and I just want one time, man. I just want to hear it one time. Wow, Julian blew everybody away today. Okay, we see it. We see it. There it was. And it's not happened one time. He only has 9 career passes, so we don't have an opportunity to see it on the field, but it was not a good outing in the spring game last year. He's not really shown us much of anything but a quick touchdown pass to Bennett Christian, which was a nice looking play, but Bennett did all the work. And the Tennessee pass, like, there is nothing really to draw on, but at the same time, it's like you would want at least one of those plays or one performance in the spring to draw back on and say, like, yeah, but that one time he showed everybody he's got it. And we've not had that one damn instance. Just one, man. I just want one to let me know, like, okay, it's there. He's just got to bring that back out consistently. And not seeing it yet. Also threw a pick today. So maybe it's time I stop being so dismissive and assuming that Julian's just going to win this in the end. That's all I'm saying. Not that I don't believe in Julian, but maybe it's time I stop being so dismissive in my head that I know how this is going to play out. Now, a lot of people are going to say, look, last year, Devin Brown was outperforming Will Howard in the spring. We've already been down this road. We saw how that played out. The guy we all thought was going to win the job, Will Howard, ended up winning the job, playing great, leading us to a national championship. And they're going to compare these two situations, which I find incomparable. Here's why. Will Howard came in from Kansas State as an established, veteran, experienced, Big 12 champion winning quarterback. Of course, we knew he was eventually going to start. Julian comes in as what? A star at the Elite 11? Okay, that's great. Nick Saban wanted him. Here, a lot of people say, well, Nick Saban wanted him, and that's how I know. Nick Saban's missed on quarterbacks before. A lot of guys have transferred out of that Bama program that Nick brought in. Ryan Day wanted him. Yes, he did. He also wanted Aaron Noland, who is about to transfer potentially again from South Carolina. Like, you miss on guys. That's not just that endorsement alone does not make it like, okay, that's 100%. The greatest in the game wanted him to be his quarterback. Okay. I need to see it from Julian at some point. And I need to see more than his release. In fact, I'm so sick of hearing about his release, which admittedly I've talked about a lot too, because I do love to watch it. I've showed his film here a lot of times, and I need more than high school film to go off of. I just need some more now. It's time for him to put on one stinking performance. And I think he's going to do it this Saturday, guys. He's going to do it this Saturday. He's going to put that one performance on. We're all going to say, there it was. Now we've seen it. Now we know how this is going to end. Probably not going to happen. And we are going to go a long off season of having maybe now a real debate here. And certainly, I'm not rooting against Lincoln Keenholz. He's our guy too. If he can actually get this done and continue to get better, he would be an awesome starting quarterback to root for. He's big. He wears the headband on his head. He's got the cutoff shirts. Looks like an athlete. He'd be a fun quarterback to root for sure. All right, so here is Lincoln dropping back and hitting Carnell Tate deep for a beauty down the sideline. Let's watch that one more time. Glorious. All right, so here's Julian. We got Mylan Graham split all the way out wide to the left. Julian's going to hit him on a little 12-yard crosser. Ball out. Boom. Love it. Perfect. Beautiful. This one we got Tavian dropping back. Little swing out to CJ Donaldson. Riley Pettijohn gets caught in the wash there, and CJ with the nice little run after the catch there. All right, here we got, is that Tavian at quarterback again? Yeah, Tavian at quarterback, and he's going to zip it into David Adolph, who drops it. Good pass. A good pass by Tavian. Adolph needs to catch that. He's on scholarship now. Now, this is a play where Julian Sayin takes a hit, and it's like, all right, these guys are playing football for real. Going to see Malik Hartford and JUCK TJ Alford make the hit here on Julian. This one's Tavian St. Clair, going to roll out left, pick up about 7 yards on this one, showing the wheels. Looking pretty good. Lincoln Keenhol's going to throw a fade route here, about, I don't know, 4 yards out of bounds. Where you want to be, kind of. It's spring. That's the play to BI right there. BI get lit up by Roker, and he gets up fired up. All right, we got Caleb looking on. Tavian St. Clair under center here. He's going to get flushed out of the pocket, try to make something happen to Sam Williams-Dixon down the field. Sam Williams-Dixon breaks up, and Tavian throws it out. I appreciate you guys. I'll talk to you soon. Chuck and Bucks out.